Hi guys, my name is Nadia from Ibali Crafts, and today I want to show you how to create a prong setting for undrilled gemstones. This is a really versatile setting which works really well for anything that you need to set that doesn't have a drill hole. If you enjoy my tutorials, consider subscribing because I upload new stuff every week. So I've used a fairly large stone, roughly about 8 millimeters, in order to be able to demonstrate to you better. So I have to use a 0.8 20 gauge wire for that, which is square wire, simply because it is much sturdier than your round for this sort of application. So we're going to create the first prong roughly in the middle of the wire, and the second prong is created by bending the one leg upwards to be parallel with the first prong before bending the wire back down. So we're going to create 3 of those prongs. So we're folding the wire in half, squishing it down, very technical once again, and then roll the wire back up before creating another prong. Now when you are bending the wire back down, placing your pliers on top where the prong is, just make sure you leave enough space to account for the wire thickness when you creating the bend, because if you are aligning the top exactly with the prong, the previous prong, it will be too long, because obviously the wire needs to have a bit of space to add the band in. So when you're creating a prong, roughly grab the wire about 1 or 2 millimeters below the tip, and this will just make sure that all the prongs are roughly of the same length. Once you've done that, you squish it together, and I tend to squeeze as hard as I can, but you have to be gentle because sometimes your pliers slip and then it can twist the wires, and then you may as well start again because it looks really untidy. So that's what it looks like. One of the prongs slightly too long. So for demonstration purposes, I've used a big stone, so it's easier for me to show you. So what we need to do next is we need to bend the tip of the prong just long enough so that they comfortably fit over the crown but don't encroach on the table of the stone. The table is the flat section at the top of the stone, and the crown is sort of the beveled edge that runs on the outside. So all you want to do is cover the stone, the sort of crown, but not the table. So that's what it looks like so far. I'm going to fold them into each other, and next I am going to take one of the legs and wrap it around the outside, the bottom legs. So I'm just twisting very carefully, and just take your time with that, and 1 or 2 wraps is enough. Obviously you don't want to bulk it out too much. If you're going to place it in your design, you want to have this area as inconspicuous as possible so that it fits through your wire gaps. So next we need to open up the prongs again. So just make sure that they line up before you do that. If you make sure that they line up, it means they're already quite straight when you put your stone in the center. So we're just going to unfold them like so. And then I'm going to open up the wires a little bit. So readjust the position if need be. You can squeeze them more if you want to as well, to make sure that the gap is closed. And I'm just poking a little bit of a hole into the base wires to give the stone something to sit on. So place it in there and then squeeze it shut. So this takes a little bit of practice, but once you have it done, once you get to do it, it's such a beautiful setting. Now obviously for larger stones I would recommend doing this with 4 prongs. This is just to demonstrate to you how to do the 3 prong, but you can do the exact same process with 4 prongs if you want more security for your stone. That's what it looks like so far. And to make it extra secure, I tend to take a piece of 0.4 or 0.3 depending on your size of the stone and the wire, and I'm just wrapping around the prongs once or twice, giving the stone some extra weave running alongside. You can see in a little inset what I mean. So I'm just folding this as shown, and obviously adjust if necessary. You can see how the prongs just cover the girdle, or the crown rather. And once you're satisfied and adjusted, that's it. So that's how you do a diamond cut gemstone prong setting. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to, join our little Facebook group, which is called Wire Wrap and Jewelry Artists Worldwide. We always have some fun things going on there, so you're welcome to pop by and see what we're all up to. I always run some workshops on my website. I have more tutorials on my Etsy site as well, and for those that are in the UK or Europe, I do have some square and half round wire available, because it's quite sparse here in these areas. So go pop over to my website and have a look. So that's it for me, and thank you so much for watching.